Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Nicole Salah, and it is Thursdays with Nicole Salah. Forgive me for being a little bit tardy. I was looking for some things that I wanted to show, and I grabbed a couple of things that kind of got laid on my heart to share and to remind people and let you guys know that it is available. And there are ways to get better. There are ways to get healthy. There are ways to overcome alternatively, and not have to always use prescribed drugs and things of that nature. And learn how to do a mixture of the both until your body is strong enough to not have to do that any longer and your doctor removes you off of those. So, just a little caveat that just went to the left. But welcome, welcome, welcome to Thursdays with Nicole. I thank you for whenever you watch this, whenever you get a chance to see this. I thank you in advance for listening to me and rocking with me, to allow me to give you information that I have studied. Ooh, a little bit that I have studied, and I live, and I understand the living. I understand the movement through it. I understand the ups and downs because I go through myself, right? I do the things that I suggest myself. It is a road, and we learn how to be consistent and diligent, and we learn how much consistency and diligence we have, and then finding out we need help. And so we get coaches, we get consultants, right? We get help, we get therapists to help us to pursue and persevere through the journey, right? So whenever you click onto this, I give this as a offer of love to the community to give information on staying well, especially through this pandemic. The pandemic is still going on. The pandemic is still alive. It is unfortunate, but it is real. And I don't want to have us out here ill equipped and saying that nobody said nothing, nobody said nothing. But there are some of us that are saying something, that have been saying something for years, right? If you check back and go through my history, I've been talking about building an immune system and getting strong since back 2016, and giving information. Didn't realize how God was leading and what He was leading for at the time, but just knew something was coming. And even by the leading of my prophet, Eric Frank Mitchell, Bishop Eric Frank Mitchell, he is a true prophet, and the Archbishop Bernard Jordan, Bernard Jordan, that have spoken of and have prophesied about the times that are going on right now, and the things that we needed to do to get ourselves ready, right? And so when you get this information, when you see this, stop a bit and listen and like and share. It doesn't cost you anything to like and share. I understand our culture, we're not the like and share crowd. Maybe because you don't want people to know you really look at it, or that you know interested in the information. But don't cause somebody else to miss out on information because they didn't know, because of the algorithms of Facebook, and they've made the algorithms even more stupid, for the SEO and things like that, so they can make more money off of our videos instead of it being organic like it used to be. And even doing certain things, they want you to pay to play. And I get it, but the algorithms are something different, especially when you're putting information out. So please like and share, like and share. It doesn't cost you anything. You can even put a preface on it, like, I really don't, listen to it. I'm just sharing it for those who might want to pick it up and gain some information from it, because you never know. Me being obedient to putting this out, if it pricks your heart and you see it, be nice and sweet and like and share. It doesn't cost you anything. Not asking you for anything or anything like that. But I do want to put my plug out on my new ebook, my first book. Actually, it was a segue from my thesis that I had to write when I graduated from naturopathic school. Shout out to Dr. Dawood Rahman. If you get a chance to see this, I know he's not on Facebook anymore, but his sons are. And I am friends with one of his sons, Dawood Jr. He is my mentor. He is my teacher, and graduated from his school with him and others. I gained so much tutelage and information and was challenged in this because the road was for me to get myself better, right? And then me getting myself better with God and working with, I knew it was a different way. I knew it was. I did. They were trying to put me on pills for the rest of my life, right? I was 19 having issues in school in my dynamics class, feeling like I'm about to have a heart attack, feeling like I was having a heart attack, right? And in the middle of the class, I had to get rushed to emergency. And I'm 20 at the time, I think 2021, one of those. It's so low. Oh my God, it's like 20 years ago. But um, they rushed me to the hospital because they didn't want to take the chances. My whole left side, my arm, and it was so much anxiety and other things going on with my body as far as my digestion, my elimination, my circulation, because I began to eat foods that my body wasn't used to all of the time. My parents only allowed us to eat certain type of foods like that on the weekend, and that was like maybe on a Friday, Saturday, and the rest of the week it was whole foods, right? But stress of life, which will cause your digestive system, your bowels to not move properly, cause mine to have strain. And then here comes the irritable bowel syndrome. Here comes the heartburn all the time because I would eat anything, drink water, and I would get heartburn, right? And then I was constipated all of the time. And then I gained an enormous amount of weight, right? And so my stress level was off, trying to make ends meet, trying to get through engineering school, trying to realize if that's really what I wanted to do with my life with that. I enjoyed the engineering, but I did not enjoy the politics of where I was, the genre um, that I was learning to be a part of. And so I don't know how we even got down that far, but all of that to say, that whole journey led me to Dr. Dawood and my thesis, which he stretched me. Oh my God, because I was like, that's all I have. He had a minimum word threshold that we had to meet, and the things that we had to discover and talk about, and certain herbs and things like that, and how it affected the body and all of that, a long dissertation. And I think I got to like shy of like maybe 200 words, 400 words, somewhere in between there. And he was like, no, that's not the assignment. You're not graduating until you complete the assignment. And I was like, like, man, I don't have nothing else. I am tapped out. I am literally tapped out. And so I was like, Lord, what? And pressing and praying and pressing and praying. And the thesis was written and I graduated. He accepted it, read it, and I graduated. And from that thesis evolved Healing the River of Life, the Blood. And so I have been working on this for the past 10 years, about 10 years. And I get it and I put it down. I pick it up and I put it down and I write it. It was like majority written, then I put it down. And it was interesting. It was interesting until I got into with this group of people that are dynamic. KBN Network, Prophetic Planning for Your Day, the boot camp. I didn't get into the boot camp yet, but it was a clinic, like a writing clinic boot camp that I got in with Chanel E. Martin. Shout out to Chanel E. Martin if she ever sees this. She's the bomb. She's awesome. She's awesome. I gained so much information and still gaining and learning and being pushed even the more. And I love it. And so that's my first offering, and there are more books to come. But this first one, I did put the link on there that you can click it. It's an ebook. The hardback won't be coming out for a little bit. I'll let everybody know when you can get a hardback, or a paperback. I don't think I'm doing hardcovers, but paperback. I'll let you know then. But get the ebook to where you can download it. It's only $8.88. It's under $10. So much information that'll help you in your life to recover and keep going, right? And give you some practical ways of looking at things in a different perspective, right? With regular jargon and not all the heavy lingo and things like that of the medical terminologies and that area, right? Of people talking way over our head and we don't understand what they're talking about. And so a lot of things were put in plain English so that you can understand spirit, spiritual, and natural in the body and bringing them all together and the things that we choose that will bring disharmony to our body, right? And so especially during this time. And I wasn't quite sure when was the proper time. And then seeing everything with the pandemic, I was like, this book has to come out. Like the pressing in my spirit, like this has to come out because the people have to have the right information. They have to get it so that they know information, because everybody won't go and dive into the Bible. Everybody won't go and dive into medical journals and other books and things like that to find out how their systems work and how to clean and strengthen what they call detox. I call cleanse and strengthen because you can detox yourself into a place that you can kill yourself. Put yourself in renal failure, put yourself in liver failure or heart failure or any kind of issue, all right? And it could possibly cause aneurysms, can possibly cause clotting and things like that. So you got to do things with wisdom, right? Well, let me back up. You got to do things with a knowledge and then the understanding of the knowledge and then apply it, which will be your wisdom, right? And so when people be like, oh, I got the faith, but the faith is nothing without the work, right? So you don't manifest anything unless you have the faith, that word and what you have, right? And then you walk towards and do the work and do all of the tutelage and the things that you need to manifest that word that you had. And then you get the manifestation. Sometimes it might take a little bit of time, but you will get that manifestation. And so, Gennaro, my dog, bless you, bless you. But it's imperative that we get the information. So my offering is out there, 888. That's a wonderful number. You know what I'm saying? It is new beginnings. And so you can get information that'll help you start your new beginning because there's so much, right? And then I want to shout out my brother, Gennaro. If you want to find out information, I always share his stuff all the time because he gives really good nuggets, really good wisdom and information as he goes along the way. And he has such a heart for the people as far as learning wealth building and understanding wealth and what to do when you want to invest in things like that. So check him out. Follow him. Check him out. Look him up on YouTube. Do me a favor, bro. Put your link on there for people to see it. And again, y'all, like and share. I always share everybody's stuff, whether you share my stuff or not. I do that because I love us. I love people, and I love when people are doing their thing and they're shining and then they're in purpose, right? And so my part in the purpose and the answer to that is to make sure that we are strong enough and healthy enough to fulfill our purpose. Because we can have the purpose all day long, but then if we open up the door in our health for attack and we don't do nothing about it and we think, oh, we just gonna call on God and he's just gonna come in like this and gonna save me and I don't have to do any work. No. Can it happen? Yeah. But no. For the most part, no. Because these are choices that we made. So we have to reap what we sow, right? That goes in investment, the investment in our body, investment in our finances, investment in our family, and our relationships, and the things like that. All of that investment. And so we have to put the work towards it, right? And so I wanted to touch on, what did I bring out here? Immune system again. It is imperative. I know that I have to say this every time I come on. We have to eat from the earth. If you're not growing your food or finding a place where you can grow your food, right? You want to grow your legumes, your vegetables, your herbs, your even little fruit trees. Just make sure that nothing is genetically modified, right? If you got to get an aero garden, find you a place, or people who are gardening and you see that they're doing it and they love it, right? And they're doing it proper. Invest in them in their little garden in their house or behind their house or a big garden in their field. Invest so we can be community, right? And we eat our food that we're staying healthy, right? Because they are putting things on in situations. There's so many things, mutations that are on the rise. Hep C is on the rise because of, they're saying, the fecal matter and urine from rats and things when in the stores and being transported from warehouses and all that on there, and then you're going into the stores and then you're purchasing and then you're opening and you haven't washed or sanitized the product, and then you put it in your mouth, and then you're constantly going, and then you never really pay attention to what you're doing. Is that my website title? No, EllisonHolistic.com is the website. The link to buy the book is right underneath, and you can buy the book on my website as well. But in Amazon Kindle. But Hep C is on the rise. So there's the mutated COVID, right? The mutations of the COVID that's going on right now. There is the Hep C on the rise. There's a fungal infection that's on the rise, right? And we have to be so important now. If fungus and everything is going on, bacteria and viral, all of that, that means our immune system is not up to par. That means our bowels are not up to par. Okay, and so two things I brought out, and you can actually get them on both of them on my website. And I urge you to inbox me and kind of get a mini consultation. Consultation is free, right? To sit and talk and find out what's what, and you get an idea. That's no cost to that, right? The initial consult to see if you want to go further with me, or do I need to refer you to somebody else that, because your situation may not be a fit for me or may be out of my scope of practice, right? And so we have to make sure our gut health is right. If our gut health is right, our immune system is strong. Okay. There are people that are getting the vaccines that are still contracting COVID. There are some people that are contracting COVID, right, after the vaccine, and it's taking them even further, having issues. They're not purporting a whole lot. I got some information the other day, but it's just the propaganda mill out here. You don't know exactly what to believe and what not to believe. But if you have the vaccine or not have the vaccine, one thing is for certain, two things for sure. We have to strengthen our bodies. We have to strengthen our immune system. If we don't, we're going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble. Okay? Hell of a lot of trouble. If our bowels are not moving to at least 2 to 3 times a day, if we're not drinking at least 80% of our body weight in ounces in water, eating water foods, if we are not getting rid of the stress in our life, these stressful people, these toxic people, situations, or even sitting down because you are the toxic person. You are the cancer in the bunch. And you're blaming everybody else because your organs and everything and hormones are off. And then you got traumas and all these other things that happen in your life that cause you and then you made these choices and all that. And then you're the toxic one. So it's time to detox all of that out of you and get yourself together. And in that, you need a coach. You need a therapist. You need help. You need God, and you need help to go down that journey. And so we do offer coaching plans and coaching programs, right? I have a team that works with me, and they are A1. They're beautiful at what they do. Hey, sis, they are beautiful at what they do. People that I connect with me are wonderful people, like Jamila Wilson. I'm going to be putting more of her stuff up there. She's the food prep person, and she does wonderful food prep. Awesome. I'm going to share her thing again because she's in this contest and she's third about bodybuilding thing. But beautiful woman, and learning how to eat properly, learning how to proportion, right? Learning how to do the good workouts. If you're not a person that got your workout together and understand what to do, because you just don't want to jump in the gym. You can jump in the gym and do all of this work, right? Do all of this walking around. I'm sorry, I'm outside. This is too beautiful not to be outside. But you could be doing all of this work and overexert yourself or push yourself in a place, right? Because you're not drinking enough water, you did not stretch enough, or you did not prepare your body to be out in this heat. You didn't put on the sunscreen. You didn't do enough of the pre-work or even get the massage therapy and necessities to make sure that you're out there doing a good pre-work to do the work, right? And it can cause yourself to be a very wonderful looking corpse. I've seen it happen, but we don't want that to happen, right? So we have people out there. I have a young lady, Josie. She's my workout person, but she's new to my team. But you have to de-stress. Number one, have to de-stress, because if you're truly stressed out, your bowels aren't going to move properly no way. You either get to running off or you get constipated. One of the two. You would throw everything off. Your stomach get nervous. You start getting bubble guts. You start getting gassy. Your food don't digest. It'll sit up on your stomach. It'll cause you to have indigestion. All that comes from stress, from whatever. And then on top of that, say if something happened while you were eating, right? And it was a horrible, traumatic situation. So every time you have this food, you have that memory. And then it causes your digestion to go off. So all of that goes into the coaching, and to look at how your body is responding to how you're eating. If you put too much food in your mouth, if you guzzle it down and even get yourself in a position to digest it properly, and then you may have food stuck in your stomach, right? It's only supposed to be in your stomach 45 minutes, right? Well, a little longer than that. Scratch that. The hydrochloric acid actually starts to work in your stomach 45 minutes after you eat. Then you want to make sure you take your digest aids to make sure that you're digesting, because you might have cooked all of your enzymes out of your food. Taking your digestive enzymes and make sure they're plant-based and things like that. And your digest aids, make sure they're plant-based and things like that, right? And then it sits into your stomach 3 to 4 hours, and then go through that, and then it goes released into your small intestines, and then the peristaltic motion, and then the bile comes from the gallbladder that came from the liver to help break down the rest of the food. And then as it's churning and churning and churning and breaking down, then you're receiving the nutrients into the bloodstream, right? And then it's going up so that to the heart, so that it can be filled with the nourishment of oxygen, right? And all that other stuff. And from the liver, from the all of your other glands and gland organs and your exocrine organs and your endocrine organs that make hormones. All of that stuff works together. But if you don't get yourself stress free, a lot of that stuff backfires, right? And so, two of the things that I like, right? This is one of the ones I'm using now because I've always have bowel issues. So they used to call me the boo-boo lady because I always talked about it, because it was just that important to me. It almost took me out of here. So I am very, 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 very adamant and very passionate about making a bowel movement. Okay? So the HL1W is by Pure Herbs. I'm sorry, I spilled a little bit on there when I opened it up. There's multiple herbs in here. It's fenugreek, fringilla bark, buckthorn, turkey rhubarb, cascara sagrada, fennel, did I say that? Pumpkin seed, and that's it. That's inside of here. Now, every herb in here does a multiplicity of things for the body. But all together, it works on your intestines, right? Cleansing and strengthening. Cleansing and strengthening, right? Because if your bowels are not strong enough to move, you would get a lot of fecal matter stuck in a bunch of mucus on the lining of your walls of your intestines. And then you can have an issue, then it tears, and then you got leaky gut, and then now you're having autoimmune issues, right? And after time, you have an autoimmune onset of dis-ease. And so people wondering like, oh, I got MS all of a sudden, or I got lupus all of a sudden, or, some type of issue, or even born with, right? But I talked about that before, about giving babies before they get their number 4 and number 5 teeth, and not have the gastric juices to break down those foods. Those foods can tear your baby's very, very gentle intestinal walls, and then you're giving them a situation before they even get started. And then now they're allergic to any and everything, because that's how allergies start. There's something, a protein that's in the body that your body rejects is foreign. And so it has an immune response to fight it and kill it. Okay? So this is a wonderful, gentle mixture of herbs that'll help you with your bowel regimen, right? So again, healthy bowel, strong immune system. Healthy bowel, strong immune system, right? Another one on the multiplicity of herbs that I take, and majority of the herbs that I do take, if they're not raw and I make my teas, or I grind them up in powders and put them in smoothies and things like that, because after a while you're doing it all the same way all the time, it gets boring. This is just the easiest way to get to it. And this brand, I've tried many brands, over about 5-6 brands, and this brand is one of the more efficacious. It has like 85-90% of the herb in it with a Nutri-Grain spirit. A lot of them have like 20-30%, and then you pay all that money, and then you got to really daggone near drink the whole bottle to get the same efficacy that is in pure herbs, right? And so you can get on my website and order it. The website is listed. You also can get your own membership, and you can put me as your reference, and you can pay the distributor prices for it. You don't have to pay my upsell, which is fine. I'm happy with that. And then allow me to teach you and show you and be there, because that's my main aim, to help you to be the herbalist of your house, right? It's not good for you alone and then your children eat in the same way you used to eat, and so they're having those issues in their body while you're getting your body together. That makes no sense, right? So I want to help you be the herbalist of your house so that you know what you're doing, right? But this is Sheb B. Sheb B is an immune system strengthener. It strengthens and cleanses your organs and glands and bowel to help you strengthen your immune system. Also, that it has astragalus in it that builds interferon, right? That stimulates the interferon. The interferon is what stimulates white blood cell growth inside our bodies, right? That strengthens our immune system. So when we see antigens, or when a body recognizes proteins and viri and other foreign invaders, that is strong enough to engulf it and do what it's supposed to do, other than being overtaken, and then it's metastasizing to something more in our bodies, and then we're sick, right? So in the Sheb B is it's a whole lot: astragalus, bilberry, bitter orange, olive leaf, eucalyptus, blessed thistle, gentian, lobelia, Indian tobacco, marshmallow root, mullein, yerba santa, and that's it. And everything that's in here, oh my God, for so many things in the body, right? For your lungs and things like that, especially what's going on in those SARS issues with COVID, strengthens everything, right? It gets down in everything for your lungs and the congestion and the circulation and your bowel and your glands and your lymphatic system. It's like a whole 360 shot, your whole body, right? So this with a good bowel herb, and it has the antioxidants in it as well, and the vitamin C in it as well, so that your skin turgor is proper, your tissue cell walls are being strengthened, right? So those cells, the white blood cells, are even stronger, right? So everything is a perfect, wonderful blend. It's one of the blends that I take. There's a couple of them on my website under immune system, but I also have a package that you can get. I think it's $159. I think it's $159. $159 or $259. Don't quote me. I think it's $159 for the immune system stimulant package, and so you can get it. And that package, if you take that and use it for, like, say, a family of 3 or 4, that should last you for probably about 2 months, which is not bad, right? And so what you would do is inbox me, or when you purchase it, I will get the information in your email, and then I will send you an alert to talk to you and to let you know how to take it properly for your situation, right? So again, I hope I'm not talking too fast, because I can tend to do that. So the Sheb B immune, right? And then the HL1W, and that's through Pure Herbs. And again, you can get that on my website. The link is there. And also, again, purchase my book. And then y'all, like and share. Let's not lose focus. I like to have fun. I like to be out. I have not really been out, really. I had to go out of town a couple of times during this pandemic, and that was in the past month or two. But let's be diligent, sober, aware, patient, kind, compassionate, and take care of ourselves and take care of those that's around us as much as we can, right? Let's do the work that we need to do so that we are still here. We're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. We have a purpose that we have to get done. So I just want to be a part of helping you get to your purpose and doing mine. And that's to give you the information and make sure that your body is strong, to allow your spirit to rise up in you like it's supposed to, right? Your emotions be in line, your will is in line, your mind is in line because your body is healthy, right? And then you can run and do the thing that you were called to do inside the four walls, outside in the marketplace, or outside in the street, right? And so I want y'all to be safe. Again, if you have any questions about anything, feel free. Inbox. My telephone numbers are all around, but give me a call, 313-778-8501. I am Nicole Salah. I am a naturopath, licensed massage therapist, and a master herbalist. Other stuff too, but that doesn't matter. But just to give you a background of what I talk about and what I do, I am educated. I do study. I'm always studying. I love this stuff. It's amazing to me, the things that God does and the things that God made and how the body works and responds, and the wondrous things that I've seen people have changes, even in my own life, in my own body, right? But I know it takes time and it takes diligence, and we all need help. It's nothing wrong with getting help. It's nothing getting wrong with help from people that look like us, right? We got to learn how to trust each other because we're going to be the ones that help each other, right? Right. All right. So, again, thank y'all for rocking with me. I didn't want to be too long on here. I wanted to give y'all some good information. I thank the Lord God for the opportunity to be able to share and the information that He gives me to give you, because none of this is my own. I'm smart, but I'm not that smart, right? So y'all be blessed. Y'all be peace. Y'all have grace. Y'all have mercy. And enjoy these days, but stay safe, right? One more thing, because July 3rd is coming up, and we want to congregate again. Weekend is here. We want to congregate and do all of this stuff. So y'all, let's again do due diligence. Some things you have to overdo, right? We have to make sure that we're getting our vitamin D in. I prefer you get a plant-based vitamin D, as well as even sunflower seeds, eating that sunflower seed extract. You can get that on my website, and make sure you're taking it as suggested every day. But your vitamin D, getting in your vitamin E, A, C, A, K, right? Look up and find out what foods have the majority of that in it, what phytonutrients. Make sure you're getting it in, because I promise you, you can get all the money and do all of this stuff, right? But if your body go down, it's a wrap, right? And if you not doing proper and your circulation is off and you get on there and get in the ventilator, it's going to take God and a much prayer to get you off of it. And we don't know. It's the yellow jacket trying to come up on me. So I was trying to hurry up before anything flying came after me. But I don't want to act out on here. But again, have to remind us, stay diligent with our eating. There is a spirit of ease that's going on and making it seem like everything is getting ease and lax and all of that because they done finally opened everything up and trying to open everything up. Be wise. Be wise. Wear your mask. Also, I should have brought that out. I offer cedarberry. Cedarberry extract is on there too. Keep that, a bottle of that in your purse, in your bag, in your car, right? With your children. When you're out and about and you just got a feeling, something, you came in, whatever. Squeeze a half of the dropper in your mouth and swish it around. And that cedarberry will combat anything that's aerosol in the air, in your mouth and in your nose, right? Because they're connected, right? And so it'll kill any pathogen that's aerosol, okay? Or even getting the cedar berries. You can get them at the market and chew on them throughout the day, and things like that. Energy, that's a whole lot. But get on my site and get the Formula Max, and that has your ginseng, your bee pollen, your bee propolis, your It's a myriad of things in there that works with your hormones to make sure that they're balanced, and then the royal jelly and all that to make sure that your energy is consistent. But if you are around energy vampires and giving away your energy, you can take all of that stuff and you still will be zonked, right? So it's a multiplicity of what you want to do. You want to make sure you're eating for that, you're resting, right? That you're downloading all of that stuff from the day, and you're not holding on to things that where your mind is not able to rest, and you're not putting yourself in places every day to meditate, to tell God all about it and give it away, and then download, and then do exactly what he says, right? And don't pick that thing back up, because we do it to ourselves. Because we can be our own energy vampire. Because we want to fix everything. We're control freaks. And we think we can really control something, and we can't. And when that's the first thing I understand, that we can't control anything, right? We have to trust, believe, and work. And walk out on it, right? That's what faith is all about. Okay? So start there. Make sure you're drinking your water. Make sure your bowels are moving. Make sure you're getting your rest. Make sure you're getting your sunshine. Make sure you're staying up on your phytonutrients, food from the ground. If you cannot put it in the ground and it regrow itself, you want to have very, 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 very little of that. Okay? Your red meats, you want to have very, 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 very little of that. Unless you're going out and you're buying really good meat and you talk to the actual, what do you call them, butchers, and finding out where this meat came from and how the animals were treated and things like that. And that means you're going to spend some money. Now, if you want to do that and all that, by all means, go ahead and do that. But make sure you're cooking it properly. Make sure you're chewing it properly, not overstuffing your mouth and things like that. But again, there's so much into making sure that your energy is in part, because there can be so many things to where you have holes that's leaking out your energy. Okay, but the Formula Max, that's an all-around good one shot. It's on my site, and I have a link in there. But Formula Max, and then make sure your bowels are moving at least twice a day. Okay, at least twice a day, and make sure you're drinking your water. I say steam distilled or real spring water. All that other pH water, those nutrients are supposed to come from food. That's my educated opinion. So I won't get into all of that, but that's how you will get your energy up. But thank you for the question. Anybody else have a question before I go? Okay. Oh man, I gotta get my walk on, y'all. I'm so irritated that I had allowed myself to gain this like 10 pounds, but it'll come back off before I know it. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I have to share with you what when you ask, I have to share with you what's put on my heart. I don't want to do you a disservice and give you tidbits and then you wondering why it don't work. And then people will be like, oh, that herb stuff, that natural stuff don't work. And it's 9 times out of 10 is because directions wasn't followed, right? And everything wasn't tackled. So you got to tackle all of it, right? Okay. And it's all in love. It's all in love. It's all in love. But like and share again, like and share. I don't want to hold you guys too long. I don't ever want to go over 30 minutes. So let me get up off of here. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful 4th of July weekend. Stay safe, stay covered, stay under the blood, stay strong, stay alive. Life in the body is right. Life in the body is right. So stay in your bodies, right? Okay, and again, buy my book, Healing the River of Life, The Blood. And you can get that on Amazon. It is an ebook. And I thank you. Y'all take care. Peace.